Richard thinks he's piled on the weight. Look at him, he's still a waif.
Do you know, I am literally double the weight I was 3 years ago. I
Yeah,
worked this out.
but yeah, put it in context here. He gave up smoking.
And I have
after 30 years.
Now, that was down to you, though.
I know, but we're not going to go into that.
I'm just going to quickly drop this in here.
Okay.
Vicki and I had like a 2-hour phone call.
Yes.
So it's quite short for us.
Yes.
2-hour phone call. And what happened in that 2-hour phone call?
Well, no, you started off, you were worried about the side effects of the tablets you were going to take to help you stop smoking.
That's right.
That's where it came from, yes, yeah.
Prescribed tablets that just make you not want to smoke. But
Yes.
one of the side effects is psychosis. Well, the reason I wanted the tablets to give up smoking was to avoid the natural psychosis it would bring on anyway.
Yes. Yeah.
And I thought, oh, yeah, 5 kids, me on my own versus 5 kids versus, and it is versus 5 kids. I really don't need the added psychosis.
No, it's not helpful.
I was telling Vicki here, I was telling her, I can't have that side effect. I can't risk the side effect.
Yes, yeah.
Giving up smoking is tough enough.
Mm.
And I can't even say exactly what you did.
Well,
but we kind of tapped into the cause of me smoking, didn't we?
Well, my first question, as always, is, when I'm doing, because I've worked with many addictions, I suppose that's part of what I got into, from computers to realizing the brain is a computer and what you put into it is what you get out. So that led me down the natural route, and that's why I studied Reiki and meditation. Didn't want to do meditation because it's all hippie crap, but I stand corrected, and I'm glad I stand corrected in that. But first question I asked, because I was suddenly like, wow, he actually wants to give up smoking. He's serious. So I said, do you actually want to give this up? And you're like, yeah, 30 years of it. I'm fed up with it. And but no, it's like any addiction. It's some way to avoid your inner being speaking up.
Mm-hmm.
And you were just using the smoke as people do with comfort eating, with whatever aspect. So it's going in there and finding the voice through the subconscious mind, I suppose, and going in there and finding out what it is. Now, you can do it with hypnosis, and I've studied hypnosis, but I never went through to the qualified stage.
I'd already tried that.
Okay, so that's why I'm
several times, actually.
Okay, well, this is. I'm not saying anything against hypnotherapy. I think there's different therapies needed for different problems. So in your case, that's actually ties in what I'm saying is you would have been just putting a Band-Aid on it, and eventually the Band-Aid gets shriveled up and falls off. So, but the most effective way, because obviously it's stuff I've always tried myself, and then once it works for me, it's like people with similar issue find me. They just like, oh, do you know how anybody, or you just ring one day, I'm trying to avoid psychosis.
Right.
So it's just
as
like,
you do.
as you do. So it's just like, well, have you got, I thought it was going to maybe take an hour and a half, but it did take 2 hours, but that was probably all the laughing and carrying on in between.
I think a lot of it was laughing. I remember laughing a lot. Now, I'm looking down at my phone here because what I did on the same day was I downloaded a non-smoking app so I could keep track of of how many days. And
how many is it now?
217 days. That is
fantastic. It's brilliant. Yeah.
That is incredible.
That's some achievement. After 30 years, and then I actually thought myself, I have a wee craving, or you might have a day where the kids have just really gotten on your nerves and you'd be like, but you're giving out to your...
Well, yes, I had days like that, but
no, but it didn't crack you. I thought it was
very strange, because I can't expect it.
Yes.
To want to, and it was just sort of like, well, that's not going to help. And that never happened to me before, where I just thought, oh no, that's not going to help actually. Yeah. And as soon as I got a waft of it, because my eldest, nearly 20, she smokes.
Yeah.
And as soon as I get a waft of it, I'm like, ooh.
I was like, welcome to my world.
And I thought, my gosh, did I smell like that?
Yeah, all smokers do.
And well, I found out since, I smell just as bad. It's just a different cause now.
As I take a drink or two.
But no, it was quite incredible. And when people ask me, oh, well, what did she cover with you? And I'm like, I really don't know.
It's
We
the
were
magic
just talking
recipe.
about my memories of it. And next thing I know, and I remember, because I was roughly where I am now, just not on the chaise longue.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember sitting here thinking, oh, I had a cigarette in the middle of the conversation. I remember that.
That's
I
right,
had one.
yes. This is, it might be your last one. Go ahead.
And I had it, and I remember putting it out, and it didn't feel like a big, momentous last cigarette moment.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
I just didn't want another one. It was very,
Yeah.
very strange. Now, we weren't actually going to talk about this.
No, it
We
wasn't
were just going
planned,
to
but
talk nonsense throughout this whole thing. This is going to be fun to edit.
I know, but if it's helpful to anybody else, or if anybody else has been trying different therapies and they haven't tried um, going into the core of it and seeing where it all started, and
Yeah.
and talking to that voice. It's just that voice. Half the time it's something to do with initiate. Well, with you in particular, that was connected to your mum. So it was just breaking that connection.
Yeah.
That's all we were doing really at the end of the day. But it just, for me, it was just like when I heard you, like I could literally hear you sniffing, and you were like, "Oh my god, I can't stand the smell." And I've emptied the ashtray, and I still can't. And that was a big, because I mean,
I've
I love.
forgotten that.
Yeah, that was what was a big thing for me. It was like how you just suddenly flicked. Like, but I've seen you say I've obviously gone to different seminars and courses and things. And when I can see somebody being treated in like 30 minutes for depression using a similar method, where you just go straight to the cause, the root, and work it out like a thorn in the flesh, there's no energy around it anymore. And I wish that was something they would get more into in schools, just to get on a wee soapbox here. But between meditation and being more in tune with yourself, that should be compulsory learning. But
I hate to say this. First, we need to get back into schools.
yeah, let's. Well, maybe you should introduce it into this online schooling that everybody's doing.
Well, this is true, actually.
Yeah.
It could be
How
something.
many
we could do.
how many parents would love it if their kids would meditate for like an hour a day? Right, kids, meditation time. Glug 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 glug. No, you have a rest.
This is the thing. Like, I think there's so many parents now
Mm,
that have realised, and I'm one of them,
right.
the beauty of school.
Oh, no, I can see it. I'm not a parent, obviously. I've only ever looked after right up for 15 years a cat. You know, it was my parenting skills. Well, no, I'm the eldest of four. I shouldn't sell myself short. I'm the eldest of four, so it was like assistant mommy. Maybe that put me off for life. I don't know.
It's not
But
much different. Having cats isn't much different.
yeah, and siblings, looking after your siblings who, you know, and all the rest of it.
Well, I
But
don't know, because I was the youngest.
oh, you see, I was the eldest, so I was like the second mommy, and then I tried to pass it on to my next sister, but she was too wise to that. And so my brother shouted, you know,
They don't
"Mom,
like
I'm finished." My mom was like, "Vicky," and I knew that was to go and clean them up, and I'm like, I just keep quiet. And next thing, Mandy, and Mandy didn't know. She just went and and then it went down to the next sister, and then my brother. But
Oh my gosh!
no,
No, they don't let you do that though.
right?
However, I've got to say, out of my children, it's the
Yeah.
second one down
Yes.
that actually seems to be the most organised. And
Ah.
I've never ever seen anybody sneak into a room so quietly and try and move metal pans without making a sound.
I could see the shadows on the wall there, and I was wondering who it was. Metal pans, of all the things to risk even moving.
However, we have to be a bit fair to her here, because I am actually getting fresh bread made for me.
Oh,
as we
nice.
speak.
Well, she can come to my kitchen and move metal pans quietly.
Yeah, yeah. As long as you get bread at the end of it, it's fine.
Actually,
Yeah,
that could be a new course online, you know.
Do you know what? We were actually contemplating recording it.
Well, because she got the apron.
She has got
I
the
got her the
apron.
apron for a reason at Christmas,
Yeah,
because she was little Miss Baker then.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. But today she decided she didn't want to be on camera, and do you know why?
Oh, why?
She didn't want to be on camera because she was on camera. They've got this thing. Kids have this thing on their phones.
Oh, it's all about their looks, yeah.
Bebo? Is it Bebo? Yubo? Bebo.
People's well done.
She's just fallen on the floor in a heap of bits of love. What's it called? Yubo? Yibby? Yubby? I don't know. Anyway, it's
Okay.
talking to other kids of the
Mhm.
same age, and they're all on camera, and every single one of them claiming to be camera shy. And
All
I think
right.
about 15 of them can be on camera at the same time,
All right. Like, yeah. Okay.
and but loads of people can watch and comment live.
All right. Okay. I haven't heard of this.
But this is the child that says she can't go on camera because she's shy.
There's no such thing. Not being your daughter, Richard. No, I don't buy that. Maybe somebody
No.
else's, but not yours.
Exactly.
Somebody's bound to inherit it.
And she doesn't need special lighting.
No, she's nothing to worry about with her appearance. Not at all.
If you could see this setup I have here, you know, when we were all those years we were in that TV studio together, I have more lights here.
Yeah, I can believe it. I heard you telling your son, you know, do this here. We're going to put the chaise lamp, move that around there. And I was like, oh my goodness, you need to sit down and switch the light on.
No.
Natural light.
And the thing is, I made a mistake today. You see,
no.
I shaved today.
No, it's very impressive. Lovely.
Yeah, but I'm having to do this a lot.
There's nothing wrong.
I don't think I'm the only person that is suffering from lockdown bod. I don't think I'm the... Now, you see,
my philosophy. Yes.
You, who seems to be... well, that's why I said at the very beginning, what did I say? You look very well. Have you been ill?
That was a natural comment. We should reference. There's a comment made to me locally because most people were saying to me, I took the philosophy at the start. You can come out of this, and we didn't know how long it was going to be, 6 to 8 weeks, whatever. It was like, you can come out a drunk, a chunk, a hunk. And I decided to get rid of the gunk. I just thought, this is a chance where I won't be around other people. I can work on myself. I'm not being distracted by dinners and nights out and whatever. So and I found the right program showed up for me, and it was structured around veganism and vegetarian, but you could replace it. And I did, and I tried it for the first week. And I remember even saying to you, oh my goodness, I haven't lost many pounds, like maybe 3 or 4 pounds came up. The inches were coming off faster, and I was like,
yeah.
And they're still going. And because I've now adapted to it, and I just signed up this morning to do the Running Woman Challenge. So what you do is you go out every day and you run so many miles or kilometers. But you have to use your phone as proof that you've done it, and then you upload it into this site. And if you can do over the 4 weeks, like say anywhere between 100 and 150, you get a little medal.
Oh.
And I thought, well, I need to do my cardio every morning anyway. And we can only run here in Spain. They've said it. You can only go out to exercise between 6 and 10 in the morning and 8 and 11 at night. We've got specified times, but it's getting warmer now. So you can't really go out running during the day when it's 28 degrees. It's a heart attack waiting to happen, but it's obviously cooler it's not much cooler in the evening, in the mornings, but it's cooler and it's not as heart attack. But I just thought, I'll just see what I can do in the hour. And if I can start doing more mileage, then that's going to make it easier for the overall challenge. So I worked it out.
A medal.
Yes, we get a little, it's purple and black.
As a parent, I want to say, I think after 150 days with children, we should get medals.
Oh, God, yeah.
You know, you've spent a couple of weeks with them, you know.
They're
not an easy bunch.
No, but it was like being back at home for me. I was just like, oh, here I am back with my own Brady bunch, you know. This is why I moved to Spain.
2 weeks here, she was gone. She left the country. It's true. People often think I'm joking when I say that. It's actually true.
What?
2 weeks. 2 weeks with me and the kids here, and
yeah,
and you left the country.
No, I think I had the country planned beforehand. Well, kind of. I'd been out to scout it out.
I say it my way.
Oh, here, your little baker has just. Oh, right. So she just sent me your setup. I should actually show this. She says, "Dad's set up right now." That is. I love the umbrella.
I'm so glad I'm the one editing this. Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is the setup. That is exactly.
That's not looks impressive.
I actually left my belly out of it though. Somehow she got it at such an angle.
Oh, because the way you're sitting, yeah, you can.
But see, there's you. You're very professional. You've sat proper. and here's me, and I am literally lying sideways,
I know. I wish I could do that.
which oh, hang
Just
on.
fall over.
It's gonna get. Well, that might happen because I should tell people this chaise longue. It looks very posh, but from where I put on just a little weight,
It's only a little. It's only a little. 'Cause
yeah,
your body is bouncing after the because the cigarettes obviously depleted your energy or health in some way, and that was why you were because you were verging on underweight, weren't you? Or you were underweight.
Also, with my other illness, I went to
Yeah.
under 6 stone, so I am literally now twice my lowest weight.
But yet, I've heard other people say it, and you know they've said, "Wow, you're looking." You don't look fat as such. You don't look overweight, but you're looking so much healthier because you've got more weight on you now. It's like you.
Yeah, I can tell you I'm not healthier. I'm getting more like Jabba the Hut by the second.
The fact that you're sitting like that doesn't help.
Even the way I'm sat, I'm just waiting for Princess Leia in the gold bikini in front of me.
I've got the wig and the white dress. We'll do that next time. That's the next.
But from where I had put on weight, one of the legs on my chaise longue actually collapsed, so it's being held together with
Yes,
wire.
I saw that.
And
No, you sent me a picture. Yeah. Actually, I might be able to show that picture. No, I'm only joking.
Bad. But I think what we should do is ask people to let us know
yes
what they would like us to comment on over the next few videos.
Yes.
If there's any topics they want us to look at, and we can, mention those topics for a whole 2 seconds.
That's right. 2 seconds only.
Exactly. And then I suppose it leaves us to say goodbye to everybody, and we will see them very shortly with another slice of the Ricky and Vicki show, or the Vicki and Ricky show. Actually, should we... Oh, right. I've just been told to leave people with a good impression. All I have to do is this. And she's also saying around the eyes as well. And I'll look.
No, don't.
Yeah. It's like a little facelift. Is what
Oh.
I'm going to go and do my little facelift.
You've just reminded me, let me just say this, when we're doing a reaction video, because we talked about that, there's ones where they show Japanese girls and they're peeling all their fake lashes off, their fake skin, the tape. It's a totally different person, but this is what they're doing in order to attract men to get married.
Really?
You need to watch those videos. It is astonishing.
What do you mean I need to watch those videos? What, for tips?
I'm glad you said tips.
and on that note,
back.
I think people can probably hear a voice in the background.
Yes.
So on that note, we will say goodbye,
Yes,
and we'll see you next time.
See you next
Bye.
time. Bye.